Well, hey, AC students, I hope you guys are doing well at home. It's such a crazy time right now. So much transition, so much change. And we actually have some change and transition on our Athens Church Student Ministry team as well. This is actually Gage's last week with us on our AC Students team. And it's been an incredible run. And Gage, we're just so thankful for you. But we just wanted to take a few minutes just to talk a little bit about Gage's time here and what's ahead for him and what's ahead for us. And Gage, I just wanted to start us off by thinking about what were some of the most fun moments that we can recall from your time. It's been many years that you've been with us in our student ministry, from your college years to now. What just sticks out as that moment, that memory that just makes you smile?
Man, I love all the fun that we got to have. Back to school bash, I love the squads at VR, I love all that stuff. And one specific memory I remember at the Mix, we were hosting the Mix here at Athens Church, and we were playing a game, What's in the Box, and maybe you've seen it before, you were there. And in there, I remember I was backstage, and so much of student ministries, you're literally setting other people up, and you're trying to manage all these things, and everyone's watching, and the lights are on, and then I had a box of Terry the Tarantula, I had a box of some hissing cockroaches, and then I had a box of a cat that we were trying to manage, and I'm like, send the tarantula, and they're in there, and they're going for it, and finally the last round is this cat, so I take this cat out, and I'm watching from backstage as I witness this cat's head just poke out of the box before the person's gotten there. And I was freaking out. And I was like, what do we do? What do we do?
Out.
Yes, because I'm like, this cat's going to get in there. There's going to be some allergic people out there. This is going to be terrible. And next thing I know, I just see David, who's the person, it's his cat. And I'm like, David, just go. And he runs out there, and he reaches out, grabs the cat right as it's jumping out of the box. And he looks at it, and the crowd's going crazy, and he's wearing a tank top, and he holds the cat up like Simba from Lion King, and the whole crowd goes wild. And I was backstage, and I just dropped everything. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
We've made it. We did it. It was great.
Oh, man, it was incredible. And we're so grateful that the cat didn't jump out on the stage and into the crowd and whatever. What a mess that would have been. But it was certainly a funny moment. And,
it was awesome.
Golly, I'll remember that for years. Similar to that, I'm just curious, as you think back on your time here, what sticks out is, man, just a time that you just saw God do some incredible things, and just, man, God was at work.
Yeah, I think my first thoughts are immediately just vertical reality and the Mix and events where students began to take steps, maybe for the first time, and where they would walk down and say, you know what, I'm going to put my faith in Jesus. And they would do that, and then they'd fill out a baptism card, and then we'd baptize them. It was just this full moment. And for me, my most probably proud moments are just the opportunity that we got to be a part of those baptism stories. We got to be a part of the baptism day here where 40 plus people got baptized on the same day. And it's just such a privilege and an honor to be able to partner and see what happens when small group leaders and all these things collide. And for me, it's just so full. It makes it so worth it. After every weekend, we are so exhausted, but we are so full. And thankful for what God did in the lives of students. And it's just an honor thinking back to those stories, that vertical reality in the Mix to be a part of.
Golly, it's why we do what we do, to lead students into a growing relationship with Jesus. And man, those moments just really put an exclamation point on it. Well, hey, what gives you confidence that God is still at work right here at Inside Out and our best days are in front of us?
Man, first off, I think there's some students here that are really ready to take that next step of leadership. And I look at some of the students, even in our influencer group that we have, I look at some of the freshmen and 8th grade classes that are rising, and I look at them and I think, wow, God has already equipped them so uniquely to be able to reach friends, to be able to actually minister to other people, to love other people. And I see those students rising up, and it's amazing to watch them and their potential, but what really gave me confidence is those that are beginning to serve and then stay. So some of the students that have graduated are now still here leading small groups in transit, leading small groups here in Inside Out, knowing that whatever happened here while they were in high school and middle school actually connected with their hearts so much so that they're going to come back and serve. To me, that gives me a lot of confidence that what God is doing here is truly special.
And thanks for sharing that. Well, Gage, I just want you to know, and I want everyone to know how thankful I am for you and your investment. You began in college serving here, and then you came on our staff. And you were our first ever high school pastor. And man, you've just done an incredible job, and you've made Inside Out just what it is today. And I just want you to know that I love you and I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited about the journey ahead for you in Auburn and how God's going to continue to use your strengths and gifts and your leadership to impact more and more people. And I know that our team matters a lot to you, and that you're excited about your future because you sense that's where the Lord's leading you. But man, leaving these relationships is a big deal, and there's something in our heart that we feel. I feel it, you feel it, And I just wanted to give you a moment just to say anything to our team about just your thoughts of them and, as you transition off.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I just think about the relationships here, and I hope you know this, that while we are co-workers here, we really are a family here. We really are friends, true friends here. We care about each other, and they care about me. And just some of the leaders that you get to see around here. I don't know if you've met everybody yet, but Mark is an incredible leader. If you love your small group and you're a guy, it's because of Mark, and he does so much more than just that. He makes things happen here, and he actually was a friend of mine before I even worked here. And Ben Ramsey, I got here in 2011, and Ben was the one who said, hey, you should come to Athens Church when you come to Athens, because this place is special. And I've been able to work and get to know him so much, and he loves middle school students so well here, and he's just one of the most reliable people I have literally ever met. And we even just recently added Bobby to our team. Bobby's the most talented production guy I have ever met. He made the mix happen. Everything that you see at these events, Bobby's fingers are behind it, and he's so talented in so many unique, special ways as well. And Hannah, our female groups, everybody loves Hannah for a reason. It's because she loves so passionately, so caringly for all those leaders. And every girl, here, their small group's great because of her. And I even think about our LDP. Sam is the funniest guy I've ever met. He's crazy all the time, and that's how he is in person, but he's actually the real deal behind the scenes as well. He loves Jesus. And I think about Connor, and Connor is literally the guy making the things happen that you can't even see. If you were part of worship night last night, that was Connor all over it. He's super talented, super amazing, makes all these videos that you're watching right now. And even Grace, who makes stuff happen every single week. If you got a donut, it's because of Grace. And she goes and picks those things up and sorts them out, does not care, does not say a word about having to work behind the scenes, and loves it and loves students so well. And then, of course, this man sitting next to me right here is literally the reason why I am here. When I was a college student trying to find my way just like everybody else, he stepped in. And Charles, you stepped into my life when it really mattered. And I needed someone to believe in me, and you did. And I think I just look at you more than just a boss, more than just a friend, and I think you've been a coach in my life, and you've believed so much. And what you see here every week is really just a testament to you, how you've led this place. And even the way that our staff leads, I hope you know this, that it's so much about Jesus, and it's so much about our passionate and our need and a deep desire to see him actually in our lives and the overflow. And that's because you modeled that for us. And so, I just love this staff. I love the opportunity to work here. I could go on for days about our full-time staff here as well, but we're just grateful that I got to be a part of this.
Man, thanks for those kind words. So encouraging. And man, we just are really proud of you. And I just love the leader that you're becoming and have already become. And it's with great confidence that, I know this next season of your life is going to be a great one, and God's going to do some amazing things. Again, thanks so much. Hey, I would love just to give you a chance to say, what's just like a final challenge that you would love to give our students as you kind of transition off and this season comes to an end? What would you say to them?
Yeah, just first off, I would say, guys, following Jesus is so worth it. It's so worth it. Everything he's done in my life has pointed me to the fact that I need him. And in my broken, in my suffering, in the hardest times of my life, he's been there for me, and he remains faithful, and he's always close by. And I would just challenge you guys with this verse that has been really a verse that's been the backbone of my life recently, is just the Proverbs that says, trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, but acknowledge him in all of your ways, and he will make your path straight. And I know for me right now, this is a unique, different time transition for me as well, and trying to figure it out. And Isaiah even talks about this idea that as you're walking, whether to the left or to the right, I will hear God's voice behind me saying, this is the way, walk in it. And he is aligning our paths and making our paths straight. And so as you continue to take steps towards Jesus, he is going to continue to lead you there. He's going to be enough for you. And his sacrifice on the cross is enough for all of us to cover our shame, guilt, sin, everything. It's finished. He's done it. He's won. And following him is so worth it. And if I could tell anybody out there right now, if you're wondering if it's worth it, it is 100% worth it to give your life to Christ and surrender and obey his ways for your life.
Gage, such a great word, strong word. Thank you for sharing that. And students, I hope you take that to heart. And I hope that this week you'll show Gage some love. Maybe you can comment and you can just express some gratitude to Gage and his investment here. And we all love him. And we're sad to see him go, but we're excited about what God's doing in his life. And we're excited about the future here at Inside Out. So stay tuned, stay connected. We got some great things coming your way.